The latest Path of Titans devblog is here, with Iguanodon, Barsboldia, new foliage, lots of critters and so much more. So, let's just go ahead and get right into it and overview all of it, and then at the end, I'm going to tell you my opinions on all of this as well. Let's start off with the Iguanodon TLC because this is finally coming after being previously mentioned in changelogs on the public test branch, and this is what we know so far in regards of it. The model TLC itself will be very minor compared to the actual overhaul to the dinosaur itself, because the overhaul is focused on the animations as well as an ability overhaul for the dinosaur. This will be a continuation for Hadrosaur TLCs within the game, because once this and Barsboldia are done, that means all Hadrosaurs will have had their TLCs within the game. In terms of the model TLC, we get to see a before and after for the animations, which actually does tease the model as well. So I'll put them on the screen right now. The main difference between obviously the new one is the head details and the details along the back, but the other main difference as well is the detailing overall, because you've got a lot of detail with the scales and everything. They're more pronounced, more rough, more jagged. It looks great. And also, as I said, the back of the dinosaur has massively changed as well. It's kind of overall got a lot rougher and a lot more jagged along the back with scoots and stuff like that. Or do I say scoots? I don't think that's the right term there. We also get the before and after of the animation. Here is that. Let me know what you think. For the attacks, the developers have said the focus here will be the ability for it to rear up and deal attacks. This is likely going to have the same stance switching that the Wadiasaurus has currently, and obviously the new attacks showcased show new thumb attacks, with them mentioning a devastating thumb spike slash, which was likely shown in the video. This is something that's going to probably be similar to Claw Barrage. The dinosaur also will be getting an area of effect attack as well, and additionally they closed this by saying the attacks will now be more reliable in their hit accuracy, which is great. Barsboldia is the next Hadrosaur on their to-do list. They mentioned that in the devblog and in the video, but in the devblog itself they went into more detail because Barsboldia is currently being held up. The developers firstly have completed the first art pass for this creature, however it's going to be a little bit away until this thing is released, due to the developers wanting to improve the area of effect attacks that they are aiming to release alongside this TLC. So until they improve the area of effect attacks and they're ready, the Barsboldia TLC won't be coming soon. So to quickly recap it there, Barsboldia will be introducing a brand new, improved and reworked version of the area of effect attack. We have a lot to talk about for the critters, and let's just dive right into it with the first one, which is Silesaurus or Silesaurus. I don't know how you actually pronounce this little critter, but this is a creature that is a tiny ancestor to the dinosaurs from the Triassic, and the developers mentioned this will be like this. When it comes to bigger critters, this will be running away and it will be more skittish. However, if you are smaller and a slower creature and you get into its personal space, it will fight you and it will fight back. So while it won't go out of its way to hunt you down like that of Silesaurus, it will not appreciate you getting too close to it and will react as such. We get to see concept art and 2 model previews. The model previews look great. The model looks great. It looks like it's going to have a little bit of fuzz along its back. The developers did say they'll likely show more of this in a future devblog as well. For the Wadiasaurus, we get to see 2 animations for it. Technically 3, actually, as well as a fully completed model. And the model looks great. If you were to compare it, it looks on par quality-wise with the dinosaur models that we're getting in the game, which shows that the developers want to make sure that the creature models, the critters, are on par with that of the dinosaurs, which I'm a big fan of, because normally some games would just make them lesser quality and it'll just look a bit mismatched compared to the creatures that you play as. That being said, animation wise we get the walking animation, and then we get some little stomps as well, which could either be some sort of idle animation or a taunt, much like the current critters call as you know when you lose sight of them to taunt you. We also get a split second right in the video itself of the running animation. It's an extremely short preview, but I'll have it on the screen here. Let me know what you think. And for other critters, we get to see a bunch of small critters in the devlog, which the devs explained will be more skittish and will be running away from you. These include crabs, frogs, which we get to see some close-ups for as well, tortoises, which we get to see 2 variants for as well, and finally a scorpion, which I'm curious how it will act, because the developers said the creatures will be more skittish and run away. But a scorpion, imagine dealing with that and it like either venom or poison damage to you from that, you know, nasty tail, stinger. That'll be so cool, especially for baby dinosaurs. Maybe babies shouldn't be able to deal with it, or maybe you'll get a special buff, which means for a certain while you'll be doing venom on any of your bite attacks. That'll be awesome. We also get to see a rough size comparison with them all, which shows the Wadiasaurus and Silesaurus there, as well as some older critters like Platyhystrix. It's obvious to see that Wadiasaurus and Silesaurus are going to be a little bit taller than Platyhystrix, but nothing too big. Unless this is just them all condensed to the same size to ensure that they're all visible in one area. Of course, in my opinion, very excited for all of these. I love that the developers are fleshing out this little critter realm for us, and that there's going to be more life than just the playable dinosaurs and maybe future dinosaur AI to help diversify the game itself, and it will give a lot of players stuff. Of course, I'm a little disappointed with the size of Silesaurus if that is its true size, but if it isn't, obviously we'll have to wait and see. That being said, let me know your thoughts about these creatures in the comments down below. I'm very excited for them. We get a lot more teasers for new home cave items this month as well, with the developers mentioning that there'll be tall grass, kelp and various new bushes, but also new structures that you'll be able to place down in the home cave, with grass arches and crafted branches and root structures. And it looks like there will be a lot of variety. These will not be small either. In the previews you see a fully grown Dasp and Anodontosaurus to compare these two in terms of size, and it looks like you could place these quite close together, which means they're semi-modular in a way for your home cave, and it looks like you'll be able to go under them as well. There's more foliage updates this month, with a main focus on these Wollemi pine trees, which will have wide variety and diversity as well. The developers said these will be specifically in the forest biomes to add more diversity. There are 9 variations here, all varying in size. There are small ones, there's mid-sized ones, but the majority of them are quite big compared to obviously that small one. We don't know how big these are compared to the dinosaurs, but as the developers said, these are large prehistoric pine trees, so they're likely going to be quite big. Another thing that I think is quite exciting is a glimpse at the digital art book, which arguably we haven't seen since the game's crowdfunding campaign in 2019. Now, this is for people who backed at a certain rank during that crowdfunding campaign, and I don't think you'll be able to get it anymore. That being said, we get to see some pages for it. The art for the Night Stalker update with the key artwork, the concepts for that, the thumbnails, and even the final version of that, showcasing the development until that final version. And then you have pages for each dinosaur, and likely this is going to be for every dinosaur, with some showcases of the dinosaur itself and the design process for all of the skins for the dinosaur. They showcase the page for Sarcosuchus there, showcasing the skins and talking over the process of that. And also, there will be over 133 pages in this book as well, which means there's going to be a lot in this. Now, I don't know when this is going to release, of course, but they have said they've been working on it, and it will likely, probably, in my prediction, this could release when the game is at an official release stage, which means after the likes of nesting and stuff like that. And finally, we end with the other stuff. The web store itself has been updated. I think everyone knows about this already. This was recently launched. It allows you to buy skins, dinosaur packs, and coins, all from the website. You can also gift items as well. While I'm unsure if that includes coins, you're able to gift skin packs to friends and dinosaurs to friends as well, and you can also change your name currently. Now, you can change it one time for free, but after then it will cost in-game currency as well, so do bear that in mind. Speaking of which, the icons for characters have now updated as well, for players that is. You can change all of the different, like your avatar, and you can change the color background as well. There are a bunch of different stuff to choose from. You can access that in your account settings. And then finally, they shared a preview of the storage manager. Now, they mentioned it in the devblog, but there was more in-depth showcase of it in the video. Now, this showed multiple options where you can manage your storage in the game, from mod storage to replay storage, with options like managing installing mods, which allows you to delete, filter, and inspect installed mod details, manage replays, which allows you to delete, filter, and inspect replays, and you can also delete the game cache as well, crash logs, thumbnails, cache, and anything like that. And it will show how much of this is being taken up and the specific details of how much, space this is eating up as well, which is very good to see. It's a better way to manage instead of hopping between replays, mods, and then going to the game files themselves. Of course, now I just want to quickly say my opinions here. There is a lot of good stuff here. Personally, I'm very excited for the Iguanodon TLC. This was something that they mentioned a while ago. Iguanodon has a very limited kit currently, and when I done my tier list on the dinosaurs, Iguanodon did have that. It didn't have much to offer at the moment, and so now that we're getting a lot in terms of its attacks, it's going to get stance switching and all that's going to be good. And then later, when the Barsboldia gets updated, we'll have all the Hadrosaurs updated, which means what next? What dinosaurs will be TLC'd next? Are we going to be seeing TLCs to some of the Tyrannosaurs in the game, because we already have Alderon TLC'd? Maybe we could get Rex and Das, but obviously I wouldn't, promise anything there. Don't get too hopeful. And I'm very excited for the critters as well. I think this is really good. I mentioned my opinion here previously, but I don't know, something about having all of these little critters in the game just makes it more lively. And these aren't obviously player made or used or played creatures. They're not players, they're AI, and it means they're going to behave in a very interesting way in this environment, and seeing them interact with players as well is good. And this is going to be a forerunning, preview of what we could get with AI dinosaurs. Obviously, I don't expect critters to be coming this year, but it's very exciting. Now, obviously, all the other stuff I think is really good as well. I'm excited for the home cave stuff, although I don't know how many people are going to be utilizing them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. What is your favorite thing from this devlog? And if you want to check out another video, check out the video that I done yesterday, which is about nesting and everything we know about it so far. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.